our today's outline is reading the data from a standard text file. So let us explore more on standard text files. So how we can read a data from a text file? So first we consider the data. So data can be stored in various different formats. So one of the format for storing the data is text file. Now generally we refer the data. So if you imagine that this particular data is stored in a plain text file. Now this plain text file, or we can say the standard text file, it's also referred as a file which is having the extension that is .txt. Now there are different approaches for reading the data from the text files. So we have covered different languages. For example, Python. We have also seen Java. So there are different ways of reading data from a text file. But the best approach for reading a text file is to handle that particular file asynchronously. Now, how we can perform reading of this text file asynchronously? So we have to use JavaScript. Now JavaScript provides us a library which is known as AJAX. So AJAX stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So it is a best alternative to read a data which is stored inside a external source. For example, that is a text file. So using AJAX we can handle the text file easily. Now what will be the advantage? So for example, if we are having a traditional approach for reading a file and we are having an AJAX. So the major advantage of using AJAX is we don't have to refresh the particular page when we have read the data. So it will automatically refresh your page and it will display you the updated content over your HTML page. So let us consider an example of reading a text file. So for example, if I am having a file which is named as sample.txt. Now how can I read this particular file? So the first step is we need to include jQuery library. That is, we need to use AJAX. Now we have imported the library, but now how we can read the data which is stored inside a text file which is named as sample.txt. So there is a built-in function provided by jQuery, as you can see over here, that is get method or get function. What is the use of this get function? So it will pull your data from a particular text file and it will represent to you. So the here you can see is the syntax of how we can use the get function. So first, this get method is inside jQuery, so we are using jQuery.get. And this get function takes two parameters. So the first is your file that you want to read, and the second is a function that we are going to implement, or what it will do in further to display the task inside our HTML file. But nowadays the browsers have become so much responsive and so much updated that direct reading of text file, for example, we are having a text file which is named as txt, and using this get function, if you run directly, it will give you a compile time, or you can say an error of displaying the content. So in this particular example, we will observe how a particular code works and we will see what will be the output. So running of this program is right now not possible. So what will be the output? So for example, our file name was sample.txt. Inside this there were 4 different lines. The first one was line 1, line 2, line 3 and line 4 respectively. Now let us understand the code of how to read a text file inside an HTML, that is using jQuery. Now let us consider an example of reading a text file data into our HTML document. So first we have created a text file which is named as sample.txt and which is storing few of the lines. So the first line is storing line 1, second is storing line 2, third is storing line 3, and the fourth one is storing line 4. Now what we want to do? We want to load this particular data inside our HTML document. So let us understand the code how we can read a text data, read our text data into HTML. So first we have to import a doctype HTML. Then we have taken a root tag which is named as HTML. Then we have taken the head tag. Inside this we have specified the title, that is read data from text file. Next, we have taken a script tag. Inside this, we have to specify the jQuery source. So for that, we have taken an attribute which is named as src, and we have specified the complete path of we have specified the complete path of our jQuery library. Then I have ended the script tag. Then I have completed the head tag. Now we have to take a body, so we have taken a body tag. Inside this I have given a heading which is getting data from text file. Now in order to display our data, I have taken a div tag. Inside this I have taken a paragraph tag, and I have specified the ID as file data. That means inside this div tag I want to display the content of the file which is named as sample.txt inside this particular paragraph tag. Then again I have ended the body tag, and then I have written here the script. Now the first thing what we have done over here is we have specified the ready function. So this function will be invoked only when our document object model is loaded, and we have specified inside here a function. Now what this function is doing? This function is reading a data from the CSV file which is pulling the data, and we have taken another function which is writing the data inside our paragraph tag which is having the ID file data. So let us understand it. So first we need to refer to our document. So $document.ready. Now inside ready, first I have specified the function. Now what that particular function is doing, inside this function we have taken a function which is named as get. Now what this get function is doing, this get function is pulling the data from this particular sample.txt file, and it is returning us a first line. So what we are doing, that particular data which is obtained to us, we are writing it into this paragraph tag. So for that again we have taken a function in which we have passed our data, that is the data. And what we want to do, we want to write that particular data inside this p tag, so we have to refer its ID. So for referring to ID, again we have to use dollar, enclosed within the single quote we have to specify the ID name, that is file data. So this both names should be same. Now if you recall, the content of this particular p tag is HTML, so we have to convert this particular data into HTML. So how can we do that? So as we know, this particular data is stored inside this particular the data. Now what we want to do, if you observe this text file, you can see one line, then on the next line you can see second line, then third line, then fourth line. So we need to also specify the same format. So what we have to do, we have to use a replace function, and we have to replace our /n. So whenever we are writing or reading a text file, generally we were using /n, but now we want to replace it with br. Now what is the use of this br tag? So after writing one line, it will go to the next line, so your cursor will be pointing towards the next line, and at that particular point your second line will be returned. So this function will actually write your first line inside your p tag, then it will add a break rule, then again it will point to second line, and then again it will write your second lines, and so on. So it will continue up to your end of the file. So this is the code for reading the data from a text file. Now whenever you will try to read or display this particular data inside the HTML inside a browser, it won't get printed because of the some of the depreciations that are provided. So we just need to understand how this particular code is getting the data and how it is displaying us. So this is all about your reading data from the text file. Thank you.